Kendall Jenner's latest runway moment at Paris Fashion Week has once again shaken the fashion world and dominated social media headlines. On October 2nd, Kendall walked for Schiaparelli's Spring-Summer 2026 collection in Paris, and the look she wore wasn't just bold, it was designed to stop the show entirely. She closed the presentation in a sheer, body-skimming black gown that left little to the imagination, adorned with feathered and horsehair embroidery that seemed to float as she walked. This wasn't just a dress, it was a statement, and it instantly became one of the most talked about moments of the season. The images and clips of Kendall's walk spread across Instagram and TikTok within minutes, and what made it even more powerful was Kylie Jenner's presence in the front row, capturing it all with pride, turning the runway into a shared family spectacle that blurred the lines between fashion show and pop culture performance. Kylie's reaction alone fueled the viral energy. Cameras caught her smiling, clapping, and recording her sister's closing walk, and the internet immediately dissected her response. Fans called it sister goals, while entertainment outlets quickly highlighted Kylie's presence as proof of how the Jenner sisters understand the power of appearing together. Their combined influence meant that what could have been just another runway look transformed into a multi-day media storm. And it didn't stop there. Kylie herself had a packed Paris Fashion Week, stepping into the spotlight at multiple shows with her own daring looks. One of the most talked about appearances came on October 4th, when she stunned in a white mini dress constructed to look like it was made entirely out of paper during the Maison Margiela show. It was avant-garde, risky, and perfectly aligned with the week's theme of pushing boundaries. Across other appearances, Kylie embraced sheer corsets, tailored blazers, micro bras, and sparkly showgirl-inspired ensembles, ensuring that every step she took in Paris was documented, reposted, and reanalyzed across social feeds. What makes this sister duo stand out is how their strategies complement each other. Kendall embodies the classic supermodel archetype, the professional on the runway, walking in couture creations, and setting new fashion benchmarks with her daring outfits. Kylie, on the other hand, thrives on her role as front-row royalty. She doesn't need to walk the runway to steal attention. She transforms sidewalks, after-parties, and front-row seats into her own stage. Together, they form a powerful cycle. Kendall delivers the headline-making fashion moment, and Kylie amplifies it to her millions of followers, making sure the event reverberates far beyond the runway. Public reaction this week showed just how polarizing the Jenner fashion machine has become. Fashion insiders hailed Kendall's Schiaparelli look as bold and revolutionary, a perfect closing statement for a show known for blending surrealism with couture. Critics, however, were divided. Some praised her confidence, calling it runway mastery, while others dismissed it as overly provocative, claiming that the so-called naked dress trend has been exhausted. Kylie's appearances were met with a similar split. Her white mini dress drew admiration for creativity, but also skepticism from those who argued that it was unwearable outside of a runway context. Still, the conversation itself is the goal. The Jenners thrive on attention, positive or negative, because each reaction keeps their names trending and their influence expanding. Even within the Jenner-Kardashian family, the support was clear. Kris Jenner herself reportedly reacted with heartfelt praise, using her platforms to celebrate her daughter's daring runway triumph. Fans quickly joined in, flooding comment sections with heart emojis, fire symbols, and messages of admiration. In a way, the family dynamic was part of the performance itself. Kendall's professionalism, paired with Kylie's front-row energy, and Kris's behind-the-scenes cheerleading, all worked together to create a cycle of attention that no PR team could engineer better. Looking at the broader picture, this moment fits perfectly into Kendall's fashion trajectory. Over the past few years, she's leaned increasingly into avant-garde and sheer couture, using her supermodel status to push boundaries and spark conversations. From her nearly naked L'Oréal Paris runway looks to couture appearances across Milan and Paris, Kendall has developed a reputation for being the model who will say yes to risks, the one designers can trust to pull off the boldest looks with grace and confidence. Kylie, meanwhile, continues to expand her influence in different ways. She uses her Fashion Week appearances not only to make headlines, but to tie into her business ventures. Each daring outfit becomes content for her social feeds, which in turn drives attention to Kylie Cosmetics, Kylie Skin, and her collaborations. She's mastered the art of blending fashion spectacle with commercial strategy. In Paris, every outfit she wore was immediately analyzed not just for style, but for its marketing potential. Cementing her place as more than just a front-row guest, she's a business mogul using the runway as an extension of her brand identity. What really made this Paris Fashion Week stand out was the synergy between the sisters. For Kendall, closing Schiaparelli with such a daring look underscored her standing as one of the most in-demand models of her generation. For Kylie, cheering in the front row, debuting her own bold looks, and leveraging social media meant the spotlight expanded beyond the show itself. Together, they turned a designer's collection into a global news cycle. In 2025, fashion shows are no longer confined to editors and buyers in the room. They are multimedia performances crafted for virality, and nobody understands that better than the Jenner sisters. Of course, controversy remains a key ingredient in their recipe for attention. Some critics called Kendall's sheer gown empowering, a declaration of body autonomy and fashion-forward artistry, while others accuse it of being gratuitous or designed solely for shock value. The same split applies to Kylie's wardrobe choices, with fans calling them visionary, while detractors label them impractical. But regardless of where people stand, the Jenners achieve what they want every time. People are talking, people are sharing, and their influence grows. It's also worth noting the ripple effect of their Paris appearances. Within a day of Kendall's Schiaparelli walk, TikTok creators were dissecting her look and styling tutorials, makeup artists were recreating her runway glam, and street style photographers followed both sisters across the city. Other celebrities picked up on the sheer dress trend almost instantly, ensuring that the conversation extended beyond Paris and into red carpets, music videos, and influencer feeds worldwide. In business terms, the strategy couldn't be clearer. Kendall's modeling career thrives on these standout couture moments, cementing her credibility with designers and brands who want their shows to go viral. Kylie uses those same moments to bolster her empire, tying every public appearance back into her business narrative. And when the sisters combine forces during events like Paris Fashion Week, the impact is amplified tenfold, ensuring that they remain not just relevant, but central to the fashion and celebrity conversation. So what should we take away from all of this? Kendall and Kylie Jenner's Paris Fashion Week takeover wasn't just about dresses, gowns, or front-row seats. It was about the fusion of fashion, family, and media influence in 2025. Kendall's nearly naked Schiaparelli gown was a bold statement that demanded attention, while Kylie's proud front-row presence and daring wardrobe made the moment bigger than the runway itself. Together, they turned Fashion Week into a cultural event, blending high fashion with celebrity spectacle in a way that no one else can replicate. Love them or hate them, the fact remains, Kendall and Kylie Jenner know how to command the spotlight. They turned front-row glam into runway drama, and the world is still talking. Make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more celebrity updates just like this.